Hey friends, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So today is a big day, but also not. So it's not a big day in the sense that I'm not actually doing any work on the car, because this sort of thing, not that it's beyond me, but I just can't really be bothered, and I need to get it fixed ASAP or done ASAP, because at the moment the car is getting really hard to drive. So even when I'm engaging the clutch fully, there are times when I can't get the car into gear at all, and I'll just have to grind it in like a and get it into gear. And that's happening across the gears as well, especially getting into first and reverse at the moment, really difficult. So there's definitely some issues with the master cylinder, perhaps the clutch as well, maybe the synchros are going. There's a lot of things at the moment that I'm like, I could start diagnosing each individual component one by one, process of elimination, or I could just change everything, which is what I'm going to do. So what's going to happen is we're going to actually put in a Accord or Euro R, so a CL7 Type R from Japan gearbox. The brake pads are cold. Oh, get into gear. So yeah, the Type R gearbox, so short ratio gearbox with 4.7 final drive. It's going to have the factory LSD in it as well, and then the 6th gear is going to be changed to a standard Accord Euro CL9 gear. And what that's going to do is keep the street drivability and that highway cruising, because the top of 5th on the short ratio gearbox is about 200 k's an hour, and there's not really any tracks around here where you need 6th. So that's the plan. Then it's going to be a JDM K20A clutch and Lightened FlyWheel. So factory lightened, I think it's about 4.6 kilos, somewhere around there. New master cylinder, new rear main seal, and then also just bleeding out the clutch and getting all new fluid through. So it's going to be a whole new system. So what I'm going to do is do some comparisons between, you know, stock revs, what it looks like, you know, revving through the range at the moment, and where the gear shifts and that sort of thing is, so I can show you guys just how much shorter the new gearbox is going to be. Okay guys, so it's now the afternoon. I'm here in the car and the work's done. So now we can try it out. I haven't touched anything yet. So first things first, clutch pedal. Super light. Has a clearer biting point, but it's really, really light. Oh, the gearbox feels nice and smooth. Awesome. All right, well let's turn it on and take it for a drive. All right, first things first, let's check out how quick it revs now. That's sick. That's so sick. Let's compare that to the stock one as well. So it obviously revs up a lot quicker with this new flywheel. It's a lot punchier, which is sick. It's exactly what you want. The clutch is pretty easy to use so far. Obviously it takes a little bit of getting used to because it's a different clutch, but so far pretty easy. Massive speed bump. All right, here we go. Fuck yes! That's sick. That's so good. Feel it. Oh. I just can't even explain how much better the car is already. Oh, beautiful. It feels like it feels like I've just put like 30 kilowatts into it or something. It's so much more responsive. Oh, I love it. I'll put the stock versus that one side by side. Obviously I'm not like going full hard out in either of them, but just to show you at what points where the, you know, where it is in the rev range and where it relates to the speed of the car. So just to show you guys that. But man, this feels sick. It feels so good. I can feel the LSD doing its thing. Oh god, this is by far probably the best mod you can do to this car. It just completely has transformed it. Completely transformed the car. It's so hard for me to explain. If anyone's ever driven a car with a Lightened FlyWheel, you know what I mean. If anyone's driven a car with shortened gear ratios, you know what I mean. If anyone's driven a car without an LSD and then put one in, you'll know what I mean. Like, just all round, this car is now... Fuck, feel it pull out of the corner. It's just so much more grip. Before, if I was accelerated through that roundabout there, the wheels would be all over the fucking place. The steering wheel would be pulling me everywhere. Now, it just grips and goes. Wow. Oh, this is so good. Then what we've done as well, like I said, we've retained the factory 6th gear so that you can just cruise and it won't affect fuel economy because you're not revving too high out. And then 5th gear tops out at 200 Ks, so it's almost redundant 6th gear anyway in terms of a track setting. So now I understand why people say don't bother, you know, don't bother doing power mods, do the gearbox first. And you're like, oh yeah. But man, when you actually do it, it's so good. Oh dude, this is so sweet. You know what this needs? This needs a spirited drive. I'm going to see you guys in the future. We're going to Wiseman's Ferry. Let's go. Alright guys, so here we are. Fast forward into the future and we're on Wiseman's Ferry Road to actually give this gearbox a bit of a go. It's a beautiful day. Let me just close the sunroof up a little bit so you guys can hear me better. Lovely day out. Just got rid of the cars in front of us so we can actually go for a proper drive, which is going to be awesome. But so far the gearbox feels amazing. I'm absolutely in love. I think probably the biggest thing, well, they're all huge to me, but the gear ratios themselves are just out of this world. The LSD's made such a big difference. The Lightened FlyWheel, the car just revs so much nicer. The whole thing is just, I'm lost for words almost. It's just that good. And by far, I think it's the best mod you can do to one of these cars. Hands down. This car doesn't have any power mods, but already it feels super quick. So if you guys are on the fence about it, just do it. You'll love it. You won't regret it. And I mean, that's all I can say really. It's fucking awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna just enjoy the rest of this drive. Just put on some music and chill out. And then I'll see you guys in the next video. So big thanks again to BYP for fitting me in so quick. I messaged them one day and they would fit me in the next day. Got all the work done on the car in one day. So that's an excellent turnaround from them. I gotta say a huge thanks to them. They're always really helpful with answering all my questions and all that sort of stuff. So thanks again to BYP. But until next time guys, have a great week. Smash some goals. And see you in the next video. Laters!
Going so fast tonight. Have you ever stopped beside the road to smell the rose of life? Take a breath now. Don't hold it in too song. You say you